Hi, it's Barry. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a number of things coming in the June cloth and paper subscription box that I want to show you. And I've got hacks and tips for you to help you enjoy this anniversary box. So June is the anniversary month for cloth and paper, and the June box is always special. Wait until you see some of the things coming in the box, and I'll give you some of my best hacks and tricks, especially for the traveler's notebook. Also, remember these from the recent Kaweco pen video? I've extended the giveaway for the month of May, where I'm giving away a brand new Kaweco pen to one lucky winner. And that has been extended till the end of June. At the end of the video, I'll give you the details. So let's get started. I'm showing you 6 things that are coming in the June box, and there's more. Even if all we got was the new Traveler's Notebook Planner, that would be worth the price of admission. So to start out, we get a set of brand new dividers in whatever size your box is in. I have these in half letter. These are the tinted black low profile dividers, and they are absolutely beautiful. One thing I will tell you is they have the protective cover front and back. I would suggest that you do this in daylight where it's easier to see what you're doing. Don't expect to get it done in 5 minutes. Word to the wise. And the dashboard this month is an overlay dashboard in vellum, and it looks really nice underneath the tinted black divider. And we have labels for the dividers. In the set of labels, they're all transparent so that you will only see the word through once you adhere them. And there are 3 pages of them. The first one is Essentials, which has tasks, ideation, brainstorm, currently, overview, private, personal, etc. 20 stickers on that page, and these are in silver foil. And the next set is Lifestyle, which includes self-care, journaling, writing, cleaning, meals, budget, travel, medical, wellness, therapy, etc. 20 of those, and then 20 that are considered time, which includes today, weekly, next week, schedule, calendar, time block, the days of the week, monthly review, etc. And that's a total of 60 labels. And you can kind of see what the silver looks like on top of this. I'll do my best to adjust it. Was reflecting too much with the lights on, so I have them off for the moment. So we've got some pens, and they are not highlighters this month. So the first pen that we have is the Pilot V-Ball Pure Liquid Ink 0.5. This is so smooth, and what a great pen. I will be using this. So I was ecstatic when I saw the second pen, which is the Schneider Topball 845, and it is 0.3. And I love 0.3 and 0.35 and 0.38. Those are my favorite, and I was ecstatic to see it. But lo and behold, they almost look identical. This does not look like a 0.3 to me. This looks a little better than a 0.5. I don't know. They're both good pens, but it's not a really thin, normal 0.3. For example, here's a Uniball pen in a 0.38. So question, how can this 0.38, which is a typical 0.38, be so much smaller than this 0.3? Still a good pen, but I don't know how they could label it 0.3. I love how dark it is, and I see myself using it for titles and emphasis. Still a great pen. So now let's get into what we've all been waiting for, which is this brand new Traveler's Notebook. It is incredible. Really, really well made. Let me talk a little bit about Traveler's Notebooks. I think most of you know that I've been using planners since 2006. And I've been in every planner size known to mankind. And of course, I use Traveler's Notebooks. The idea of a Traveler's Notebook is that you have these notebooks that are inside, or inserts. They could also be just inserts that are like folded and maybe adhered with a staple. These are sewn. You can see how these are sewn this way. So the idea is that you can have multiples, and if you use it for traveling, then you can have your travels in these individual notebooks which rotate in and out, and you keep a collection of them. Or you can have different inserts for different things that you just want to have with you in this traveler's notebook. So this comes completely assembled. It closes, it looks like a snap, but it has a magnet in it, so that makes it close more easily. It's fully loaded when it comes with 4 of these beautiful notebooks inside, and they have the beautiful velvet covers. So the idea of how this works is you have some elastic, and you can see where the elastic is here. And it's really nice that there are grommets there, because sometimes these are made and there are no grommets, and then it just becomes not as neat. And these individual inserts or notebooks go in and out through the elastic so that you can move them in and out, you can change things. You can even customize your elastic. I have a collection. This is a tiny bit of my collection because I actually was using traveler's notebooks when I was more into color. So I didn't take it out to show you, but I also have like baby blue, pink, and all kinds of colors, white, black. And you could buy the elastics, and then if you wanted to personalize this, you could change the elastics on this also. And you could purchase the elastics in specific sizes to fit traveler's notebook. This is not a traditional traveler's notebook size. That size is taller. So the size of the traveler's notebook that we're getting in our June box is Pocket Plus size, which is 3.2 by 6. These are the same Pocket Plus size as what I've had that I've used in my Louis Vuitton Pocket Agenda before. They're called an everyday carry notebook, and it's the only thing that fits in there. This is an earlier edition of what we're looking at here, and it's not as many pages, and it has a cardstock cover, and it's assembled with staples, as opposed to you are getting 4 of these, which have the beautiful velvety cover. They're thicker and they are sewn. You can see how that is. And they're also embossed in gold. There are 4 different types of notebooks that you'll get. So this one here is the executive, which is the graph, and then you can circle the dates up here. And I know all the GOE people, graph over everything, you're going to be thrilled with that. In addition to that, you've got the dot grid, and that one's in black. I'm happy because I'm a dot grid girl. So I could have dot grid all day long and be absolutely perfectly happy. Then there's one which is the monthly admin, which I'm sure you're familiar with that layout. And then we have the task planner, which is just great for to-do lists or just for writing, whatever. So you can move these around. I'm going to show you how I plan to use mine, which is I don't plan to keep all 4 notebooks in there at once. I probably will use all 4 of them, and I probably will wind up buying some additional ones when they go on sale, especially more dot grid. What I plan to do is actually have 2 of the notebooks in here because I will find it easier to write and put things in. One thing that's nice about these traveler's notebooks is you can slip it out if you want to write and then go back in. Just slip things right under the elastic. Now, by giving myself some more room, it also allows me to use this in a true traveler type way because there is enough room in the back to put your passport in there. Close it, no problem at all. And I want to show you some other tricks and things to help you look at personalizing your own. So you may look at this and say, well, how do you put dividers in there? Well, you could tip some in, and what I mean by tipping in is you take, let's say you made a divider out of this size, or you used a different color or whatever it was. You could tape on the front side and on the back side, and that's called tipping in. I'm not planning on doing that. I'm going to show you how I'm going to divide mine up. Perhaps the easiest way is we have so many different types of page flags. So with the spotlight, what you can do is just let part of the dot hang out so that you can see that there's something there. When you get to it, you can see your label of what it is if you choose to write on it. If you are going to write on it, you're going to want to use the Uni Pin pen or something equivalent so that you don't have any smearing. And that's true of all things that you want to write on that are the transparent material. So here's what I'm doing in terms of dividers. I have these tiny clear page markers, and then I used very small white labels, knowing that there was the black background here. And I picked 3 things that I wanted to focus on in this book. One is content. I like to have this in almost all of my planners, because if I get an idea for YouTube videos or something else that I want to be working on through social media, I want to be able to write it down and keep notes so that I don't forget later. And it will be all transferred into the proper notebook when I'm back with that notebook. I have another one for tech and then another one for trips. I like to focus on the trips I have coming up, and if I want to make notes on things like that. Now what these are, and I'll just pull one out so that you can see it, is these are just little tiny page markers. If you see here where they open, that goes onto the page. I purchased these. I actually have them in black, in white, and in clear. I got them from Type A for Alexa. Great investment, because these can be used in any size planner for additional labeling of things. Another hack that I have that would be helpful is to take one of your cloth and paper clips that's magnetic, and one of the things that you'll notice is that when you're writing, these pages do not lay flat. They will open more the more you use them, and you can bend back the spine a little bit to help them along. But one thing a lot of people who use traveler's notebooks, what they do is they do the big clips to hold this down. You could clip a couple of pages back to the cover, clip it back this way if you're not writing right there. At least it gets it out of your way when you're writing on this side. So you do have a secretarial type opening here where you can put some papers and maybe a few stickers, things like that. Or you could put a pad like this if you want that. So one of the other things that I was thinking about was the need for a pen. I've got 2 suggestions for how to operate with that. I was thinking that the Zebra G450, which Cloth and Paper gave us a few years ago, which is absolutely the best pen I've ever gotten in a subscription box. It's a great, great pen, and it's nice and thin. I thought that would work really well. You could also use the 2 new pens that are coming with. They both match and would serve a good purpose. I think I would like something with a very small nib to write in this size. I have substituted the original refill that was in this G450 so that it does have a thinner nib in. So here's one way to operate this. I'd take one of the original clips or a clip that is similar to this type shape and attach it to the back cover of the back one that you have in a way that the pen is going to go through there and be secure. And give it just enough space here that it's not going to fall out and it's not too close to the book when the book is closed. So you can close it and you can see it's not going to fall out, but then you have a pen handy and you also have a clip handy if you choose that. It needs to be something that has enough room for the pen. The ones that are really flat like this, it would be too hard to use those. A second option for putting a pen in here is to purchase one of these inexpensive pen loops that you can adhere. You take the paper off the back and it's sticky stuff, and I would put that inside the cover of the last notebook that you're using, and it would go like that, and then this part here is elastic for the pen to slip through. So since you have so many blank pages in here, one of the things that a lot of people who use traveler's notebooks do is more of a bullet journaling type of thing. And one thing that works really well for that is using stencils. Stencils can really help you organize. You received a stencil recently in a sub box, and some of you I'm sure have collected other stencils as I have over time. And these can help you organize what you're putting in these notebooks. So one thing that I have really missed over time since moving to disc planners is that if you do want to attach something to personalize, there's really not a way to do it. Back when I was using the Traveler's notebooks or the original Foxy Fix notebooks, if any of you use those where they had the elastic coming around, we could personalize with the little charm. Because you've got this elastic coming out here, you have the same ability. And these charms are very small and they have a little clip. So you can clip this here around the elastic and then you have a little charm or a little dangle or whatever. So this one here is a passport, so I thought that was appropriate to show on the Traveler's notebook. I have several of these. I pulled a couple out. I've got one that's a camera and one that's a coffee cup. So I'm hoping some of those tips will help you once your sub box arrives. Now, if you haven't signed up for this sub box, you have until June 15th at 11:59, and that's assuming that your size did not sell out, because I know at least one size has sold out already. In addition to all the items that I've shown you today, there are more things coming. So this box has just incredible value for what the cost is. Just this Traveler's notebook alone would have been worth the cost of the box. I've extended the May giveaway for the Kaweco pen to the end of June. And the way this works is all you have to do, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the videos, like the video, and leave a comment. I'd love to know what you're looking forward to on this box. Make sure you're subscribed to my email list. If you are not subscribed, there's always a link below and always one on my Instagram. Make sure you confirm when you get an email back after signing up. You can enter once on every May and June video. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time around.